Welcome back to the Lips Reactional. I'm Lips. I've got my family tree. The pink lines are the infidelity. And just the relationships and like romance. But the straight lines are non-infidelity. Whilst the loop-de-loop ones are cheater pumpkin eaters. And we are going into season 1, episode 5 of Dark. Thank you so much for being here. This will mark our halfway point through the first season of this show. And I'm so freaking excited. I wish so much that we could be getting out like 2 episodes a week. As of right now, I can't promise that. But just know that like if there's a week or something where I have a little bit of extra time and I can push up the editing schedule of the next episode and sneak in a little extra one for you, I will do it. But for now, I know I can get these out to you once a week, so that's what we're focusing on, consistency over rushing it, because I feel very precious about this experience, and I'm very excited. But I also, who the heck is Noah? Maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. Regardless, let's dive back in. Thanks for being here. Oh. Are we back? No. Side by sides. Past and future. Yesterday and today. Whoa. Oh, interesting. I am not afraid. Wow, look at the different expressions. Oh my god, wait. Oh, why did I think that was Inez still? Little Hannah. Interesting. She was making love collages to him? Oh, broken phone. Oh, I'm kind of freaking out. Red bracelet. I think I'm thinking of like red thread. I'm thinking of getting a whiteboard and red threading everything.
Nachrichten. Kreis Winden.
Truth.
Ein 9-jähriger Junge gilt seit heute früh als verschwunden.
Yes.
Die Polizei.
Oh, the 3 with the different passings of time shown on the paper.
Der letzte Vermisstenfall liegt dabei gerade 3 Tage zurück.
Oh.
Das Gleiche ist mit Yasin passiert.
Oh.
Wenn du irgendetwas weißt, dann musst du mir das jetzt sagen.
Oh, sweet girl. Well, except for what she said about Mikkel, which
Dieser
still
Noah,
makes me mad.
wie sah der aus? Kannst du ihn beschreiben?
What do you know, Peter? He was tall. As tall as that. Does Peter have a fucking brother? He had a hat on. Okay, what kind? Blue eyes.
Ich werde jemanden vorbeischicken und du wirst ihm genau erklären, wie dieser Noah aussieht. Jedes kleine Detail ist wichtig.
Every little detail is important. Oh, she's so scared.
So redet man nicht mit seiner 8-jährigen Tochter.
Is that what you're mad about, Peter?
Wo warst du in der Nacht, als Mikkel verschwunden ist?
Good question.
In der Praxis, bis du mich angerufen hast. 23 Uhr.
Uh-oh.
Ich weiß, dass du nicht in der Praxis warst. Wenn du irgendetwas mit dem Verschwinden von Mikkel zu tun hast.
That's kind of crazy because,
Ich will
like,
gar nicht wissen, wo du warst.
I don't even want to know where you were. Wow.
Aber ich will, dass du mich hier und jetzt in die Augen schaust.
Oh, she just wants to know.
Dass du mit all dem nichts zu tun hast.
He can't even look her in the eyes.
Du spinnst.
You're not, well, okay, there he did look her in the eyes, but it took him a second. And he didn't actually deny it.
Das ist für dich. Deine Eltern, ja, die machen sich bestimmt Sorgen.
Oh.
Egal was es ist, du kannst es mir erzählen.
He
Das ist
did
mir
tell
sicher.
you, to be fair.
Versprochen.
He said he's from the future. When is Mikkel? Whoa. Labyrinth. Well, it said labyrinthus, but I'm assuming that translates to labyrinth. This guy. Oh, okay. I feel like actually at first I was like, is he a bad man? But now I'm thinking he's maybe here to help. And he knows there's only a certain amount of time. Oh, okay. He has that machine the old man was using. Okay.
Hey, hier ist Martha. Nachrichten nach dem Ton.
Only one try left, so he tried again. Damn. Oh.
Hallo?
Hallo Bartosz. Mein Name ist Noah.
Woher kennen Sie meinen Namen?
Uh-oh. Wait, Eric was working with Noah. Noah has that phone number.
Hallo Martha.
Hallo.
Ich wollte das zu Katharina.
You did not. You did not, Hannah.
Ich dachte, ihr habt jetzt bestimmt keinen Kopf zu kochen.
Danke. Magst du reinkommen?
It's interesting to have seen what I'm assuming was little Hannah. I'm assuming that's what I'm piecing together was little Hannah was putting the, like, essentially cutting out, what is this fucker's name? Ulrich?
Wo ist er denn?
Unter der Dusche.
Hey.
Was machst du hier?
Hanna hat uns was zu essen gebracht.
She knows. Katerina knows, doesn't she? Like, I mean, she knows.
Ich muss los auf
but
die
does she
Wache.
know who?
Kannst du mich vielleicht mitnehmen? Ich bin mit dem Fahrrad da. Es regnet so.
Ich kann Ulrich dich mitnehmen.
Oh, wow. That's also very, very weird. You came by bike,
Alle?
girl?
Hanna? Danke für das Essen.
Gerne. Wenn du was brauchst, wirklich.
She smelled her. That was the last clue she needed. Now she knows he's cheating on her with Hannah. Oh. And that goes way back.
Könnten Sie das für mich zustellen?
Wollen Sie uns schon verlassen?
Ich muss für ein paar Tage verreisen. Aber ich möchte das Zimmer gerne behalten, wenn es geht.
Selbstverständlich, das ist kein Problem.
Es müsste bis heute Abend zugestellt sein.
She is so weirded out by him. To Jonas? Interesting.
Ich habe dich den ganzen Morgen versucht zu erreichen.
Therapie halt.
Hast du was von Martha gehört? Sie ruft mich nicht zurück und...
She called him, didn't she?
Sie wird sich schon melden, wenn sie soweit ist.
Ja, hast wahrscheinlich recht. Kann ich dir vertrauen? Wenn ich dir ein Geheimnis verrate, kann ich dir vertrauen, dass du es keinem weitererzählst?
Yes? Please?
Ja, klar.
Ich habe den Kontakt von Eriks Dealer. Und ich treffe ihn heute Abend.
Don't do it, Bartos. Wait, but will he? Would he kidnap Bartos?
Ich gehe da heute Abend auf jeden Fall hin. Und ich will, dass du dabei bist.
Whoa.
Kann ich auf dich zählen?
Uh-oh. He would kidnap Jonas, wouldn't he?
Ja, klar, immer.
Ich bin Noah. Ich bin Pfarrer der St. Christophorus-Gemeinde.
A priest? The priest?
Glaubst du an Gott? Was glaubst du dann, wie die Welt entstanden ist? Wer all die schönen Dinge erschaffen hat?
What?
Die Welt ist durch den Urknall entstanden. Der Rest ist Evolution.
Nichts kann aus nichts entstehen.
Mein Vater sagt, Religion ist Volksverdummung.
Es ist gut, dass er dich erzogen hat, Dinge in Frage zu stellen, aber von Zeit zu Zeit sollte man auch mal die Fragesteller in Frage stellen. Gott hat einen Plan für jeden Menschen, auch für dich.
Interesting. I feel so uneasy. Oh my god, my religious trauma is like really over.
Ich will, dass du aufhörst, mich anzurufen. Okay, hör einfach auf.
Damn. Sorry, Hannah.
Ich kann das nicht mehr.
Nicht das für dich, ja? Irgendeine beschissene Affäre.
Well, You're not that.
Guck mich an. Und jetzt sag mir, dass da nichts ist. Dass dir das hier alles scheißegal ist. Egal, was du jetzt brauchst, ich bin für dich da.
Was ich brauche?
Also, I respect it.
Ruf mich nicht an, komm nicht vorbei. Lass uns einfach in Ruhe. Okay?
I think that's so fair. I think it's bonkers that she showed up at his house under the guise
Hau
of...
ab!
Ow. Yikes. Oh.
Glaub ja nicht, dass ich dich einfach so gehen lasse.
Uh-oh. That sounds like a threat. Is that a threat? She did not look like she was doing very well in episode 4.
Dann stirbt dein Herz. Und der Satz kommt so... BAM! Ja, und man denkt dann, dass sie Freunde geworden sind, weil sie das irgendwie so zusammengeschweißt hat.
Oh.
Aber am Ende hängen sie doch alle noch so in ihren Schubladen fest.
They're all stuck in their little pigeonholes.
Vielleicht hast du ja mal Lust, mit mir da reinzugehen. Hallo?
Wir quatschen später weiter, okay?
He was swerving her even then.
Mit raus, eine rauchen.
Dude, she was so jealous. She's like planted herself in his life. I wonder if they were having an affair before Michael died.
Bist du sicher?
Is she
Wir müssen
pregnant?
nicht, wenn du nicht willst.
Lieber mit dir als mit irgendwem anderen.
Oh, are they gonna have sex?
Aber du besorgst Gummis. Ich will kein AIDS und ich will keine Kinder. Keine Kinder.
No kids ever?
Niemals.
Oh, how the hell did you have 3?
Keine Kinder.
I mean, things change sometimes, but from never no kids to 3 seems important that it changed, you know?
Zunächst einmal wird das Jugendamt die Fürsorge übernehmen.
Ein Heim? Kann er nicht noch eine Zeit hier im Krankenhaus bleiben?
Nein. Haben Sie Kinder?
Nein. Ich hatte einen Sohn, der ist kurz nach der Geburt gestorben.
Oh.
Wir finden heraus, zu wem er gehört.
Er ist ein seltsamer Junge.
Machen Sie sich keine Sorgen. Ich hole ihn dann am Mittwoch ab.
Are we protective of him?
Weißt du, warum ich zur Polizei gegangen bin? Als damals mein Bruder verschwunden ist, haben die hier so ziemlich jeden Fehler gemacht, den man sich vorstellen kann.
And that's why you wanted to become a cop. That makes sense, because he was very,
Vollidiot. Und ich
very critical.
habe mir geschworen, dass ich das alles anders mache. Dass ich das alles richtig mache. Dass ich nicht so ein inkompetentes Bullenarschloch werde wie der.
Do you have any
Das ist 33 Jahre her.
empathy for him that maybe he was trying, even if he was a drunk and that was not related?
Und jetzt schau mich an. Ich bin ein Witz.
You're not a
Drückt
joke.
meine Frau.
Well,
Mein Sohn ist verschwunden. Ich kann nichts tun. 33 Jahre. Alles ist gleich.
Hast du schon mal was von dem 33-Jahre-Zyklus gehört?
the what?
Unsere Kalender stimmen nicht. Das Jahr ist eigentlich nicht 365 Tage. Aber alle 33 Jahre ist alles wieder genauso, wie es war.
What?
Der lunar-solare Zyklus. Mein Großvater war besessen von solchen Dingen. Big Bang und Big Crunch.
What's the big crunch? Guys,
Als ich klein war, hatte ich immer das Gefühl, dass mit Winden irgendwas nicht stimmt.
I'm starting to
Dasselbe
feel
Gefühl
like
habe ich jetzt wieder. Dass sich alles wiederholt.
that everything's repeating. That this all happened
Wie ein
before.
gigantisches Déjà-vu.
Like a massive deja vu. Yeah. I'm 33 years old, and that just clocked to me that feels very peculiar that we are starting this. Hopefully, maybe we'll finish it before my birthday. I've got to ramp up recordings for that, I think, but that'd be fun.
Du siehst ihm ähnlich. Dein Vater.
Okay.
Kennen
You
wir
knew
uns?
his father. He looks a little bit like Jonas.
Aber ich kannte deinen Vater. Ist schon lange her, aber ich kann mich noch gut an ihn erinnern.
Okay.
Er hat mir damals das Leben gerettet.
He saved your life.
Aber das habe ich erst sehr viel später verstanden. Das Leben ist ein Labyrinth.
Life is a labyrinth.
Manche irren darin bis zu ihrem Ende herum und suchen nach einem Ausweg. Dabei gibt es nur einen Weg und der führt immer tiefer hinein. Erst wenn man die Mitte erreicht hat, wird man verstehen.
Interesting.
Der Tod ist etwas Unbegreifliches. Aber man kann...
Death is incomprehensible, but you can make peace with it.
Bis dahin solltest du dich jeden Tag fragen, ob du die richtigen Entscheidungen getroffen hast.
But I don't know, by your theory, you can't make a wrong decision because it's all pre-written. That would be so creepy. Whoa. What was that? Etching on his gravestone.
Es dauert jetzt ein bisschen. Eine halbe Stunde oder so. Alles okay?
Oh. Oh, hon. Interesting. I am not afraid. That's a book that Inez had.
Findest du mich eigentlich schön?
What?
Weißt du, was ich mir manchmal vorstelle? Dass ich zaubern kann. Also ich stelle mir vor, dass ich etwas will. Und das passiert dann, weil ich es mir vorstelle.
Es gibt keine Zauberei, nur Illusion. Die Dinge verändern sich nur, wenn wir...
Things only change when we change them.
Aber man muss es geschickt tun, im Verborgenen. Dann wirkt es wie Zauberei.
Woher kannst du das?
Ich komme aus der Zukunft.
Du bist cool.
Nee, ich bin Mikkel.
No, I'm Mikkel. Look at the color of her sweater and the color of her watch.
Sie flocht mir die Haare und erzählte schaurige Geschichten
Count heroin
von meinem Vater und Wesen aus der Unterwelt.
Interesting.
Das heute nichts als ein Schleier, der alles, was für sie wirklich war, im Schatten verbarg. Die alte Welt stellte ihr nach wie ein Geist, der...
Oh no.
Von da an wusste ich, dass sich nichts ändert. Dass alles bleibt. Das Spinnrad sich dreht. Runde.
Hannah.
Ein Schicksal geknüpft an das nächste. Ein Faden, rot wie Blut.
A thread red like blood. Whoa.
Kann die Knoten nicht lösen. Aber schneiden kann man sie. Und doch bleibt etwas zurück, das man nicht schneiden kann.
She still likes him. Interesting. Damn. He's not gonna go meet Noah. I wonder if he was asked to bring Noah.
Dann schrecke ich aus meinem Schlaf und ich weiß, dass nichts vergeht. Dass alles bleibt.
Oh.
Was machst du hier?
Ich wollte dir was sagen. Ich war nicht in Frankreich.
He's gonna tell her the truth. Oh.
Warum hast du nichts gesagt?
Weil ich nicht wollte, dass du denkst, ich bin ein Freak oder so. Was da im Sommer zwischen uns passiert ist. Das war nicht einfach nur nichts, oder? Wenn es alles nicht passiert wäre.
Okay.
Oh.
Warum hast du mich heute früh angerufen und nicht Bartosz?
Ooh. Good question. It's gonna feel real bad if Bartosz goes missing. Dude, imagine being so just fucking young and dumb that your friend goes missing or your classmate goes missing. You find his stash with a random phone number and you get a call from a man. And instead of being like, I have... Like...
Ich weiß.
Hello,
Ich bin Noah.
Yeah, we know. The priest is selling drugs? Do we want to get in? No. Fuck. Does she know who that is? He's the priest. No one knows who the priest is except for that sheep guy?
Betrügst du mich?
Uh-oh.
Wie kommst du denn da drauf?
Ich frag dich das nur einmal. Betrügst du mich?
Well, you just asked it twice, but...
Das würde ich niemals tun.
Okay. I'd never do that. Right. Uh-oh. Villain mode activated.
Papa, wenn man etwas gesehen hat, was man nicht hätte sehen sollen. Etwas, was nicht richtig ist. Wenn jemand mit jemandem etwas macht.
Wrong? Well, I don't know. Maybe that's what's being preached to her right now.
Ulrich hat ihre Brüste angefasst und hat sich auf sie draufgelegt. Und sie wollte es nicht.
Yeah, her dad is the one that says that red lipstick is for sex workers. Damn, she's a little snitch.
Dann hat er sich auf sie draufgelegt. Und ihren Mund zugehalten.
Excuse me?
Hat sie sich gewehrt?
Excuse me,
Sie hat
Hannah?
laut Stopp gerufen und gezappelt.
Oh my god. I think I might be starting to dislike her. And this guy hates Ulrich.
Er hat sie gewürgt und sie ist ganz rot geworden.
How does she have this
Und
imagination?
dann hat er seine Hose runtergezogen und...
Du musst nicht weiterreden. Du hast das Richtige gemacht.
That sucks. Hannah. Oh my god. They didn't even go
Early this morning.
talk to the supposed victim? They just went and arrested him? Dude.
When you knocked upon my door.
So hungry for some type of win. What are you gonna do this time, Hannah? Oh. Wait. What happened to her face?
Walking side by side.
Oh, he let him out. Me and the devil walking side by side. He just changed timelines. He went into the black hole, didn't he? Oh, and there it is. What is in it? That seems almost futuristic. What the fuck? Do not open before November 4th, 10:13 p.m. This is the letter. Whoa.
Lieber Jonas,
Dear Jonas,
wenn du das liest, ist alles bereits unwiederbringlich geschehen.
can no longer be changed.
Aber ich hoffe, wenn du verstanden hast, wie alles zusammenhängt, wirst du meine Entscheidung verstehen.
I'm telling you.
Die Wahrheit ist ein seltsames Ding. Man kann versuchen, sie zu unterdrücken, aber sie findet immer ihren Weg an die Oberfläche.
Okay.
Wir machen eine Lüge zu unserer Wahrheit, um zu überleben. Wir kennen nicht einmal die Hälfte der Mysterien dieser Welt. Dies ist meine Wahrheit.
Interesting phrasing.
Am 4. November 2019 bin ich durch die Zeit ins Jahr 1986 gereist. Aus Mickel wurde Michael.
I knew it. Who never knew where he belonged.
Mickel? Sowohl als Junge als auch als...
Oh my, I have chills.
Ich hoffe, du kannst mir verzeihen. Alles ist miteinander verbunden. Mickel. Michael.
Oh, this book belongs to Mikkel. Wow, that's crazy. Like, the thought of Jonas taking that all in, right? Because I'd guessed that. Hello.
Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Ich möchte mich gerne mit Ihnen über die Zeit unterhalten.
Right. Well, you've come to the right clockmaker, apparently. Nice. Nice. It feels good to see a theory progress in my mind and it come true. There was a moment, I think, like right after I thought that for the first time. I don't remember what episode it was in anymore. 2, 3, or 4. It was definitely 2 or 3. And there was a point where I was like, this has got to be like probably just the most obvious thing. That reveal makes it seem like, obviously, like it's a big confirmation, but then I think it just goes deeper than that, right? It's kind of a bigger confirmation of showing that, like, well, Michael said it best himself, like the mysteries, we don't even know the half of it, I don't think. So I'm very intrigued to see what we see. But I also think, like, Jonas reading that, realizing that he was like running with his dad who's dead, that would be a mind trip, being like, when Mikkel went missing, that was me, but time is an infinite loop and like you're in some sort of weird parallel dimension black hole, I don't even know what. Okay, I'm going to watch this again. I'll probably have some more thoughts. So, see you in a second. Wonderful. I just finished watching it for the second time. And one thing that I want to say is, if we're dealing with 2 timelines we know of, the past one that's in the 80s and then the current day one that's set in 2019, who's to say that we're not also dealing with 33 years in this future again? I don't know, because like if we're going back in time and altering things, right? If Mikkel went back into time and became Michael, and then Michael grew up, but then Mikkel was born, and then Mikkel existed at 2 different times in the same timeline, then Mikkel disappears again, and that's like, it's like, I feel like there's a larger ripple effect that's also happening, and I don't know, can't comprehend the size of that. But then it's also like, couldn't there be ripple effects from 33 years from today, from the 2019 that we are supposedly in, right? Like, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, we're dealing with a lot of ripples in this timeline, right? So if, I don't know if I'm clocking this correctly, but Noah's the same age when he's sitting beside Michael in the hospital room, and then also lets Bartos into the car, right? Okay. I don't actually know if Noah is the one. I don't know. I feel like Noah's being presented as this like pure evil fact, but Peter is still on my hit list. Second up on my hit list is motherfucking Hannah. Okay, Hannah, Miss Girl, lying about rape and sexual assault is actually fucking insane. But then I think, okay, I did see Katerina, her face a little hurt at the end, and I'm trying to think, like, there's always a possibility that she changed her mind and we didn't see it yet. But that her face could also be, she could also have a cut on her face from something else. So, but one thing that the show just told us, the truth will always find its way back to the surface. And sometimes we turn a lie into our own truth to survive. What I do know about Hannah and what I think, so we have this like big overarching thing that's happening, and the 33 years are repeating, right? There's like a cyclical 33-year cycle where things repeat themselves. And that also could mean that could be on a smaller scale, that Hannah is going to do something diabolical to try to separate Ulrich and Katerina, because she just, I don't know, she, in her own words, she just sets her eye on something, and then it happens because she imagined it. And then, you know, Michael Mikkel said, there's no such thing as magic, just illusion. Things can only change when we change them, but it has to happen skillfully. And then I'm like, did Hannah take this advice to heart? That's why she does the things that she does, that we've seen her do so far. There was a lot of words and stuff that I think don't quite mean anything to me in this moment, that are threads that I'll keep kind of picking apart as we move into the future. Something that I kind of gather about this show is that it's just going to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and the layers are going to get peeled back. And I hear that the writing is fantastic, right? So one thing that stuck out to me in this one is that Katerina said she didn't ever want children. Now, if I was sitting down one-to-one with a friend and they told me today, or 5 or 10 years ago, I don't ever want to have children, and then 5 or 10 years later has a child, I wouldn't think two things of it. Things are always evolving. We're always changing our mind. That's not to say that every woman changes, like says she doesn't want to have kids and then has kids and changes her minds like that. But like, that's not outside of any realm of possibility ever, right? Could be kids, could be the fact that she could say in one moment she wanted to have sex with Ulrich, and then she also could have changed her mind, you know. But because this show is touted for its writing, I hear that. I clock that they had 3 kids in the future, and I go, okay, what the fuck happened to make, what happened between then and now? Now then there's this moment where Ulrich and Hannah are walking together, and Ulrich is telling her about a movie, and the something or other he says about it is, you would think from this that they're friends, but really they're just stuck in their pigeonholes. And at first I'm like, okay, maybe, like, you think they bonded over this like trauma or like event that they went through. And I was like, okay, maybe we're saying that like Hannah and Ulrich are just stuck in their pigeonholes. But then I think, what if Katerina and Ulrich are just stuck in their pigeonholes because they had to like double down on being together after Hannah reported Ulrich, as far as we know at this moment, falsely. So I think, okay, what if, like, I don't know in Germany at the time what the perception of sex would be. I'm just kind of looking at that with a few different lenses, kind of wondering, you know, where the holes are, where the light is shining, where the beacons are in that I want to kind of keep looking into. But truly, like, so many things were said in this episode that I just wrote down but I don't have any thoughts moving on them in this exact moment. I feel like next episode I will have a lot of thoughts. I really do. Because the truth will always find its way back to this. I mean, like, I wrote like 5 pages of notes, but like none of it really is formulating as theories. None of it is really formulating as anything that makes any sense, you know? And that's the beauty of a show like this. So I'm excited. Obviously, like, the big thing is that I had this theory and it came to be true. La-di-da. A small win, but I feel like it started to feel like that was an obvious one at a certain point. So I don't know. We carry on. I'll see you in episode. I don't know. I don't know if it's an obvious one. I don't know if that one is like well, duh. And maybe it's a little mix of both. But regardless, we keep going. We're halfway through season 1, and I can't wait to see you in episode 6. See you Friday. Bye, guys.